So I'm gonna do a gear review of what I pack in the woods. When I go in the woods, I don't like to pack heavy. I'm a big boy, so I try to pack as light as I can, along with camera equipment and stuff like that. Of course, we always start off with safety first. So I'm more old school way, but always use for my safety harness. Well, if I get this clip unclipped. All right, so I always use API Outdoors safety harness. I got bigger thighs, so this straddles my thighs a little bit better. Most people use, of course, up-to-date stuff, but I always use API Outdoor Gear safety harnesses. You can still go in there and order them still. So for you big man, if you need something that can have you and hold you, here it is right here. Also, a lot of people wonder what kind of camera arm I use. So I use Muddy Outdoor camera arms right here. And here's actually a strap that goes with it. It holds, of course, I use a Canon 6 Rebel camera. This holds it pretty well. It's pretty smooth. Once you lock this in a tree, you tighten it. It's like a ratchet strap. You tighten it up. This just sets really, take this down right here, it sits right down in it, has a level button on it, and it's really easy to maneuver and things like that. And when you're in a tree stand, probably one of my favorite pieces of equipment I have in the tree stand. Also, people always wonder what kind of bow hanger I use. This is, all this stuff I'm giving you the sponsors that giving us this opportunity to use their gear and stuff. But this is by Outright Hunt Murphy's Pro camera arm. This is probably the most light, heavy duty camera arm I've ever owned, and I really love it because you can actually buy these in different sections. If you like a longer camera, a longer bow arm, you can order longer. These actually like a quick release, so you just come loose. You can click them back on real quick. And also, well, I had it right here for you. Right here it is. I use a GoPro for my headshots, so it has a quick release too. So I can just click that on real quick. And now I got my bow arm and also my GoPro that does my headshots. And this also has a bag holder that I put my bag on too once I get up in the tree stand as well. And it holds it all easy, don't bend. I mean, it's locked in. Comes with a screw, which I got the screw in my bag, but it has a little tool the Murphy sends with your kit. So you put that in there, put that screw in the tree, and I mean, it's locked in there solid. I really do love it. I'll go ahead and go on to my gear. So, zip this up, more doable. So, I got the Nomad, the drop tine, long sleeve. It's supposed to be cold this weekend, supposed to be rain. And I like this gear because, first of all, you don't burn up in it in early bow season. And also too, with this cold weather that we've been having, it also helps you, stay warm, but also not that heavy duty winter outside gear that's heavy, you sweat to death in. This is pretty good and light, but also keeps you warm as well. I have of course the pants to go along with it, and then I got the dry shod boots, the Genesis rubber boots. Well, of course they're waterproof. I hunt with these. Just a simple fact, during bow season or even muzzleloader season, when you're walking through grass and the terrain that we live in, if you wear cloth boots, of course, your shoes are going to get really wet. So I like to keep my feet warm. That's the biggest thing, is keep my feet warm. Of course, I got the Vortex binoculars I use. This is probably my favorite. My wife actually got me these for wedding anniversary a couple years ago. Of course, they 10x50s, and I absolutely love them. Just to have them sit here on my chest and pop them out when I need them, especially during bow season, it's really a really cool thing to have. If you don't have binoculars, get you a pair. It'll go a long way. Making sure, first of all, that you ain't shooting the wrong deer, or just making sure that you see beyond your shooting points too. So get you a pair of binoculars. I love them. And then we're gonna go with the bow. Of course, everybody knows I shoot bear archery. My light was on. I shoot bear archery, the Redemption bow, with the, of course, trophy wrist sight, trophy wrist stabilizers, trophy wrist drop away. It's a good bow. Killed 2 deer with it last year, and I'm very blessed to have this bow, to be honest with you. It's not heavy. I like the shorter version. Of course, you can get longer lengths if you want to, but I like these bows because, of course, in a tree stand, I can get around a tree stand really good, maneuver really good, and like I said, when I walk in the woods, it ain't heavy. But I've actually, which some of y'all, if y'all watched my gear review on the Insight bow bags, I'll show you my arrows in a minute. This will be the first year I switched to this pack, which I already tried it out. Of course, it holds my bow, holds my my quiver and everything else, holds my camera equipment as well. Used to, I had to take in like 2 bags. Of course, one was, if I was walking far in the woods, I'd try to take a change of clothes, and then, of course, my camera bag as well, and then carrying my bow along with that. So it was really, weighing me down a lot. So I checked out Insight. Of course, you can go on Instagram and get and check out Insight on their website as well. And the bags that they use, they have, of course, different bags, but this bow bag in particular really draw my interest because it just holds everything. I'm not carrying so many items in the woods. It's very, of course, it's very lightweight too as well. But of course, once you put all your stuff in there, of course, it's gonna weigh down. But I'm excited to see how it is. Y'all stay tuned, and I'll give you an update how it's going using these right here. Arrows. Of course, I'm using Velocity XTs, the 400s. This is the first year I'm using the Velocity X100, and I'm actually used to shoot different brand of arrow, but I went back to Go Tip this year for, of course, they sponsored us a little bit. Using a G5 mates. This is actually the first year I'm shooting the G5s. Of course, if y'all know Aaron Hill, he's gonna be shooting Thorn. So we're gonna see which one of these, chews it up a little bit better. We're having a little inside competition with it, but I'm excited to try these. I heard a lot of good things about them. If you want to get these, of course, or the arrows, please go down to Beverly's Gun and Pawn Shop in Cover, Virginia. Aaron Beverly will hook you up. He's got plenty still more in stock. So I'm excited to shoot these. He taught me into shooting them a little bit. So, but yeah, and then of course for other way, shooting Luminox green, by the way, Luminox green, and this is the first year I've shot green. I always just shoot red. So of course, across Alabama, Roll Tide. But I'm excited to shoot these and see how these turn out. I'm just excited for hunting season, period. You can see, like, I'm like a kid in a candy store, got all my stuff out and ready to rock and roll. And last but not least, put this back up. I don't want to cut myself. Mama always told me not to play with knives. Of course, I guess I can show you the quiver too, which is made by, of course, Trophy Ridge. Pretty cool quiver. If you want to go see them out, go to Trophy Ridge website, check them out. But last but not least, everybody's like, what are you going to cut your deer with? I'm still using Outdoor Edge swing blade. I've had this thing probably close to 10 years and still gets the job done. Of course, I still like it where it's rubbered. Of course, you're dealing with, I don't wear gloves. I ain't no yippy when I'm gutting a deer, so it helps me stay that grip when I'm gutting a deer. But if you have any questions or you have any tips that you want to give me, what to carry, to pack in light, what I don't have already, please feel free to contact me through Facebook or Instagram at Antlers Deep Outdoors. Also, if you want one of these hats, I know a lot of people's already been asking. If you want one of those hats, reach out to us. We'll get you set up as well. But other than that, that's why I'll be walking in the woods on opening day. Thank y'all and have a blessed day.